Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm going to rant about, well, what it may be a surprise for some people. Though some people may actually be related to crazy cat ladies, land whales, freaks with pink, blue, purple, red hair colors, people who has a weird body odor, other retarded people, the SJWs, the retarded woke cells. Those kind of people, it may come as a surprise to them. But either way, let's go. From Forbes, 4 episodes in, the ranks of power has not swayed audiences. Why am I not surprised? Because it has been universally hated, because it's not Lord of the Rings, not even close to the lore of J.R.R. Tolkien. In fact, what we have here is an amalgamation of multiple names, the cheap scenarios. There's some views in there that looks quite good. For instance, this picture here looks okay, really good, but overall most of it seems to be mostly a miss than a hit. In scenario, the clothing, the way people acted, everything else is cheap as fuck. It's crap. The acting, as read in a comment section on, I think it was Rotten Tomatoes, in which the guy said that this is more of a reminder of a community college acting. I agree. The acting is shallow, it's stiff, it's overacted. Maybe that's the word. Overacted, like exaggerated. Like one of those really weird Shakespearean community college acting or theater stuff. It feels really rough. And they are paid millions on this. The writing, I would say it feels like somebody who wrote something for the first time. The dialogue, I don't know, I would say pretty much similar to what you expect from my book, because I'm a noob. I have never written something like that. Maybe it's even better than Lord of the Rings here. I don't know. People haven't said anything yet. Anyway, where was I? There we go. Amazon has a long road ahead planned for the... I'm not even going to say that name because it's not. The Ranks of Power. It's billion-dollar series with plans to... No, maybe. Let's say... Let's do it. I can do it. I can do it. No, I cannot. No, I can. Copycat. Game of Copycat. It's a billion-dollar series with plans to allegedly run as long as 5 years. Yeah, good luck with that. But even though the show has set records for Amazon original viewership, it almost had to. Records, that is what Amazon says. They said 25 million. They did not specify if it was for one episode or both episodes joined together. And it's suspiciously it's the same goddamn fucking number as House of the Dragon. Very weird, isn't it? It feels like it's worth mentioning how weird that is. A quinky dink, maybe. But what can you do? But no, let's go and show the numbers. This is Samba TV. We all know it's not a true 100% representation, because not every TV has the program to analyze what people are watching, so and it seems only some Samsung devices actually has this, so pretty much what we're gonna get here is just a overall representation. But if Amazon says 25 million, then that is quite an interesting point, because let's show it here. Indeed, 1.8 million. This one is from Media Play News. Indeed, 1.8 million US households watched The Lord of the Rings. Shit, I said it. Bad me. Bad Jester. Bad. Bad. It should be Game of Thrones, Ranks of Power. Let's face it, it's a clone of Game of Thrones in this one. A very bad one. Anyway, episode 1 on Prime Video during the window. Let me drink coffee. According to Samba TV, it was 1.8 million. Now, 1.3 was the second episode, so you saw 500,000 people tuning out of this. They tuned out. They tuned out after they watched the first episode. One would expect fine, some drop off, a few thousand, maybe 200, probably tops 300. But even more so, that number is quite a telltale of how bad this is. 1.8 on the first episode. Look how bad. This one was one of the lowest rated, one of the lowest performing shows on Disney Plus ever. Even managed to beat Miss Marvel. And it's utter fucking garbage, and they managed to get 1.5 million on the first episode. 1.5 to 1.8, that's something you're expecting the second episode of the Ranks of Power. No, this one, the second episode of Ranks of Power went 1.3. Holy shit. It's She-Hulk bad. That's how bad it is for Amazon. And yet they had the audacity to say it's the fans that's the problem, not our soul. Oh, suck a huge fucking cock and choke on it, you moron. Right. Here's what they just mentioned here, the ratings for the critics, the audiences. We all know this one is owned by Amazon. This one is heavily controlled by Hollywood. And Amazon, you can't actually believe this, 3.3. Why? Because they censored the reviews for more than 1 week. They were afraid of the opinion of the plebs in regards to this garbage. And many people who actually said and reviewed that it was bad as fuck, they censored. They didn't allow it to be published, even if it was well written. So with that massive control, with that massive meddling and things like that, they still managed to get 3.3. That tells you something, doesn't it? It tells you the show is garbage. But unfortunately, not many people know what Amazon pulled on that one. And I do have a very large bone to pick with Amazon because their royalties for books is abysmal. Not only do I have to give Amazon 30% of my sales on the books, I actually have to pay for the goddamn fucking download. 50 cents per megabyte. Suck on my cock, Amazon. Right. Let's continue. The low scores are generally the product of either fans saying the show strays too much from Tolkien's original world. It does. It's massively bad. Or just not thinking the series is very well written. It is not. Or pace, it's badly paced. I mean, the acting is so bad. The action acting. You can see that scene with Galadriel, or Baldriel if you prefer, going around in a prison, and that meek little lady managed to control massive dudes, multiple dudes, and they barely showed the action on screen. They just showed her moving her hands a little bit, then suddenly it cuts with her putting the people behind bars. That's how bad it is. What sort of retarded show is that? Right, let's continue. But for now, the show has had trouble making the kind of Game of Thrones level impact the Amazon wanted to see. Exactly, because this show was conceived to be a copycat, a clone, a Chinese bootlegged copy of Game of Thrones. Hey, Game of Bootleg, Rings of Power. That's quite interesting to actually put it out, don't you think? Because I think it's quite fascinating. I believe it is. Right. And I think that's about it that I want to cover in this goddamn fucking nonsense. And I gotta hurry because I'm having an allergy. You don't wanna hear me sneeze. At this point, with the stuff going around, I prefer to actually that you hear me fart, not me sneezing. Remember back in the day when coughing and sneezing was preferred over the farting? Yeah, I remember. On that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. Now I'm gonna go sneeze.